my grandfather got out of the University of Nebraska in about 1929, and he had a hard time finding a job, but he had inherited a little money from his father, who was a country doctor in Nebraska. And they heard from a salesman that there was a store available out in western South Dakota in a town named Wall. It was a patent medicine store because that store didn't have a pharmacist, so they couldn't fill prescriptions, but the doctor could come over and fill them himself. And they thought, well, they weren't real excited about moving out west, but they thought it was worth coming out and checking out. So they drove out here, and took them a day to get out here from eastern South Dakota, and met with the local doctor and a local priest. And we're impressed with those two gentlemen, and looked at the store, and you know, there wasn't much business and it wasn't much of a store, but they went back and thought about it and decided to buy it. And they loaded up a cattle truck from some people out from Wall, came out to get them, loaded them up in a cattle truck, and were moving across the state with all their possessions from Sioux Falls. And my father, who was 6 years old at the time, he was born in 26, who was 4 years old at the time, you know, really couldn't understand why they were leaving their cute little house in Sioux Falls and moving out west, where he heard that they had rattlesnakes and sagebrush, and there's coyotes and dust, and nobody had any money, and it's in the Depression. And on the way out, he finally looked at his mother and he said, "Why are we leaving our nice little home in Sioux Falls to go out west, out to Wall?" And her mother looked at him and said, "Billy, because your father's crazy.